Why does it tell me the ads are starting in 1 minute and then it doesn't start the ads? Now they're happening! Okay. Oop, there's the ads. There they are! Alright, I'm gonna go to my physical therapy. Ooh, really, really fast. While we're running ads, so. Thanks for being here. I'll be right back. I hate being outside of my blanket. It's cold! It's cold! My hips are tired. I have accomplished part of my mission. Did anyone else get up and move around during the break? I should have told y'all to. And thanks y'all for sticking around through ads. I really appreciate it. I should have. Crafty cat! You're on a fire, how are you cold? 'Cause I'm always cold. I had a hot water bottle underneath this blanket all day while I was working today. I do need to get up a minute. You got it. I love that that egg child is here now. I didn't actually eat eggs for dinner. I put eggs in my pancakes for dinner. How did it stay hot? It's a bottle. Hold on. It's a rubber bottle that you put hot, like you, I think technically it says don't put boiling water in this. I boil water and immediately pour it in here. But the cover helps it stay warm for a long period of time. Usually I tuck this under my covers and I sleep with it in my bed. But I've been keeping it underneath my blanket while I'm working on my lap. It's also really nice if you get cramps. Real nice for your cramps. I've also been putting it on my lower back because my lower back's been sore, but yeah, it just stays hot. But one of the reasons I want to knit a wool cover for this is so that it stays warmer longer, and maybe it will burn me less also. How does it stay warm? It doesn't. It slowly dies because I suck all of the life out of it with my cold body. It gets warmed up again when I fill it up with life from the kettle. It's a thankless job, truly, but I'm gonna make it a new outfit soon. But yeah, if you like, so I've tucked it into my pants before on like really bad cramp days. And then I just lay there with it on me. And that's like fine and all, but if you do that and then you sweat, the water bottle will like heat up your sweat and then it burns your skin. I've done that to myself so many times and I don't realize it until I like go to the bathroom and then because then you take off your pants, right? And I can just see all of the wet burn marks everywhere and I'm like, oh shit. I should stop doing that. Heating pad that stays warm forever, but I don't need to be plugged in or worry about batteries with this. I'm not saying, like, if I had a heating pad instead, I wouldn't be like, wow, I hate this. It's just, I've had a hot water bottle my entire life. And that's normal for me. So. Yeah. I guess, like, when I mentioned batteries, it's like, oh, that's something that I have to pay for to replace, or it could leak acid in my bed. And if I'm gonna have something leak in my bed, I'd rather it just be water instead of battery acid. But I wouldn't be mad if I ever got, like, an electric blanket or something. But there's just something so, for me, like, really nostalgic about having a hot water bottle in my bed. Because I grew up with it. But you're not wrong. I want to go rollerblading. This song makes me want to go rollerblading. Surprised it continues to add heat longer than 10 minutes. Oh yeah, it... I still have 5 minutes. Oh, for the redeem. That's funny. I'll get a couple of stitches done on my ghost sock then. But yeah, no, it's, because I stacked so many blankets on me as well, it lasts, like, it's still a little bit warm in the morning. It's not ideal temperature in the morning, but it is still warm. And I took it with me to the holiday show because I was going to be at the rink. I think I was there for 5 hours yesterday. Because I had to be there early before skating, and then there was the show, and then I had to volunteer for 3 or 4 hours afterwards. And, you know, I couldn't wear a ton of layers because I had to think about what would fit under my costume and not obstruct it, or my movement. And so my upper body was not very well layered. I had 2 pairs of pants on, but there was a lot of just standing around in a cold rink. It's basically a refrigerator that you're just hanging out in, right? So I made my hot water bottle and I put it in my bag, and then when I was working the bake sale table, I tucked it up under my jacket to stay warm, and it helped. But they keep it hockey cold in there, which is colder than figure skating cold. So I don't enjoy that. Yeah, I can't tell you super in depth as to why. I've heard that it's because the hockey player... So hockey is colder than figure skating. It changes the ice, like how hard the ice is, I guess. And I don't know how important that is for hockey necessarily, but I've also heard that they keep it colder for them because they're wearing so many pads and it gets hot for them, which is totally understandable. But I think I've also heard that like the temperature of the ice, there's like a certain kind of temperature that's ideal for figure skating. I don't really know. I haven't Googled it. But I do know that it's a thing. But our rink is also, it seems like it's just notoriously cold compared to other rinks. Because when I went to the Seattle rink in this summer, normally I really don't get to take off very many layers when I'm practicing, unless I'm going really, really hard. But when I was at the Seattle rinks, I was taking off my layers almost immediately. It was warm enough. And then someone asked me where I was from and where I normally skate at, and they were like, "Oh, your rink is really cold." And I was like, "Yeah, dude." Yeah, I made a heart. Oh, look! That's so precious. Ice hockey skates are an actual... I think hockey has one edge? I thought they still had 2 edges. I know speed skates only have 1 edge. That's crazy. I didn't know that about hockey skates. I only know about... Well, I was gonna say I only know about speed skates, but the only thing I know about speed skates is that they're long and that they have 1 edge. And that figure skates have 2 edges. I'd like to try hockey skates at some point. Just to like see what the difference is and see how, honestly I'm really curious how they compare to my rollerblades. Crafty Cat, I've done your stripe. 4 rows. Yay! So much green. I'm gonna leave this out because I know Soro's gonna redeem a stripe. But yeah, so my rink is cold AF. There it is! Exclamation point sock roll to get your number of rows for your stripe, and then I will pull out all of the colors so you can pick one. Okay, I'm gonna finish this row really quick though. 7! Oh my gosh. It's a thick boy! I skated on both, and I didn't notice much of a difference, but I also know nothing about skates or skating. I feel like I've probably skated on both at this point. My rink also... I've skated on really, really bad ice where, because like our... I don't remember if it was like our dehumidifier or the refrigeration thing was broken or something, but like it's like gray on these days and it feels like sludge. Got jump scared too distracted looking at fur fabric. Oh my gosh. Are you still just looking for inspiration? Hockey skates felt like less of a tripping hazard. Yeah. No toe pick. It is easier to fall backwards on hockey skates though, I've heard, because they have a rocker on both sides. It's more of like a banana shape, whereas a figure skate is more curved in the front and less curved in the back. Alright, Soro, your color choices are green, pink, purple, or yellow. Yeah. The thing that scared me a lot about figure skates at first was, I was scared of tripping over the toe pick, but I was also really afraid of catching the heel of the blade in the ice because it's just a hard point and it's not rounded. Pink! I'll find eyes I like, but have no clue what to pair it with. Hi, Heat! I lurked in your stream as long as, well, until you ended. But I didn't see how the testnet was going at the end because I was distracted. Excuse me. I want Dairy Queen. Two more sections to go. Are you like almost done already? I want to be almost done with my projects because I want to cast on more projects. It's a fast knit, no one believes me. I believe people when they say something is fast. I just don't believe in myself to get something done fast. Because I work on too many things and I have too many extracurriculars, so I'm slow. I wish I could just pick one hobby and be happy, but I can't. I need to do everything all the time. Quick and addicting. Color changes and pattern change. Yeah, it's potato chippy! Knowing a bunch of knitters, you're fast as fuck. Ah! I guess I'm too used to, like, watching YouTubers who whip out things in, like, 2 days. I don't know how people can knit that fast. I mean, 2 days is an exaggeration, but, like, I don't know how people can knit as fast as some of these YouTubers and not, like, injure themselves. Because I do have to pace myself. No, it's not. They're still hobbyists. They just, like, post on YouTube as a hobby, and they have full-time jobs, And then they're like, let me also knit infinitely. And I'm like, how are you not hurting yourself? That's what I'm concerned about. It's like, how are you not injured? Please. I show them how quick you've done stuff and they get mad. Oh no. I'm sorry. Like, this tells them that they have to like pack their schedule intensely, and then they'll start finding every spare second that they can knit and they'll do it. They probably curate their content to keep project. Yeah, probably. There's probably some secrets that I am not privy to. Which is fine. I could knit more, but I would have to sacrifice my sleep, and I used to do that, and it's not good. I don't like it. That's so funny too, Rob, because I feel like I'm slow. I know I'm not like the slowest, but because I work on like a handful of projects at a time, I'll have something that like that's on the needles for like 6 months, 7 months. Just because I'm rotating through stuff. I don't even know how to knit a crochet. The most I can do for crocheting is like a chain. I can chain, and I also use a crochet hook sometimes to pick up dropped knit stitches. But holding the yarn is really confusing for my brain, because I knit with my yarn in my right hand, but with crochet... I think I try to crochet right-handed. I don't know. I don't know. Because I'm left-handed. I'm confused. It took my mom 1.5 years to make me a hoodie. I tried to teach boyfriend's mom or stepmom how to knit because she wanted to knit a baby blanket for his niece, who's now 3.5. And she started trying to knit on this blanket before the kid was born, and I don't think that thing has seen the light of day in years. I don't think it's even cast on anymore. Last I saw it, she kept ripping it out to start over. So it probably just straight up doesn't exist. Knitting content creators always blow my mind with the stuff they get through, and then have to remind myself they just make it. Yeah, it's wild. I also have to remind myself too that like that could potentially be like the only hobby that they have. And they're not like also trying to pack in, other than like posting to YouTube, right? But like they're not doing, we're not spending our free time in the same way. And that's fine. Like, people were knitting a pair of socks this weekend over the course of 4 days. And in those 4 days, I had an entire day that was dedicated to just being at the rink, so I couldn't knit. I had to bake cookies on Saturday. I had 2 hours of ice practice on Saturday. I had, like, loads of laundry that I had to do on Saturday. Like, and then, you know, I had work Friday. I had physical therapy Friday. I had ice on Friday. Like, whereas a lot of people might not have all of this shit going on. And so they were able to knit a pair of socks. And I got in like, oh, I also had to take my car in for maintenance on Friday. And so I got this much done this weekend. Like, a couple of inches. So it's fine. I don't need to be as fast as everyone else. I don't have to win at everything. I can just be a girl. I also think too, like, if I'm not knitting as fast, then like my pile of FOs and figuring out how to store them doesn't get as big as fast. Just did a few rounds on my socks. I need to make a few micro granny squares. Oh, Wait, are you doing the pattern that has like little granny squares around the top of the sock? Some might not be working full-time jobs either. Yeah. I could do a pair of socks in 4 days if that's all I had to do, but I have things and kids. Yeah. Worse! Oh no. You got more inches than I got this weekend. I took my knitting with me to go to get my car worked on. So I just sat in there for like a half an hour, maybe 45 minutes, just knitting and nothing else. I had nothing to bother me because I was just in the dealership. So I'm like, I wish you guys weren't so efficient because I just want to sit here and knit and drink my tea. Should do 53 of them? Oh my god. Why? Oh wait, I'm making a bandana of mini squares for my brother. Don't ever let him say that you don't love him because that is a labor of love. I see like the granny square cardigans and I kind of like think about making one. But I haven't committed to the idea yet. Because then I would just like knit sleeves and ribbing and probably the collar and just granny square the body or whatever. If I go too fast-paced, I make mistakes. Everyone is comfortable. Yeah. It's not a rate. Yeah, but it feels like that sometimes. Not that, like, no one's, like, making me feel that way. I just feel that way. I can get competitive about things. And this is not something I should be competitive about, so I'm trying really hard not to be. But sometimes I'm just like, oh, you knit 5 things this month? I want to knit 6 things this month. It's just not possible. And I'm learning how to make my peace with that. I think the hardest